Welcome to another episode of OK Recovery Divers. Today we're diving in the beautiful Lake Murray. We're expecting 6 to 7 foot visibility and a great day in warm water. We got some tips from locals at the marina on a party hotspot where a lot of boats congregate. Let's see what treasure lies below this popular party cove. There were several moments during the dives where I thought, man, I should have gotten the bigger boat. But hey, we were already there and we made it work. But gosh, it was sure tight on that boat.
The deeper you go, the heavier you'll get. So when you're really down deep, you're gonna have to swim with your fins to get back up, okay? Okay. Just remember that.
Anytime you've got two divers running at one time from surface supplied air, it's critical to keep your lines from tangling. We ran one line over port, one line over starboard, and I generally tried to stay away from his line the entire time. The sales pitch was 6 to 7 foot visibility, but as you see, it's not quite the case. At this point, I've decided that the only way to safely descend to the bottom in a controlled manner is to grab the line and work my way down to the anchor. You would think when it starts getting crazy foggy like this, you would freak out. But for me, I don't know, it just kind of feels like an airplane navigating through a fog. It's a sense of exploration, a sense of purposeful abyss. Just over 41 feet, the anchor emerges. It's dark. We were expecting 6 to 7 foot visibility, and it's probably 6 inches to 8 inch visibility. We didn't bring the correct gear to grid search in zero visibility, so I'm literally reaching with my hand out as far as I can to try to see what I can recover that's been lost in this party cove. Stirring up the muck and silt, unable to really tell how far above the ground I am, I'm beginning to get a little negative at finding something. About this time, I start noticing a fluctuation in my air supply line. It became slightly harder to breathe for just a few milliseconds at a time, but that was concerning. So I said, if it happens again, I need to go back up and find out what's going on with the hose. As I'm working out the hose, making sure there's no kinks in my line, I feel a beer bottle. I grab it, and at this point, I'm gonna bring it to the surface. At only 6 minutes down at depth, I decide no safety stop is necessary and begin my ascent to the surface to check on the air supply line. At 21 feet, I make visual of my dive buddy holding on to the anchor line. He seems to be doing fine, so maybe it's just my hose. And immediately after surfacing, I hear the generator carburetor choke, killing the generator that's powering the air compressors down below. I immediately make this top priority to remain calm, but get that generator going again, just in case my dive buddy hasn't realized the hose is now getting harder and harder to breathe as he begins draining the emergency reserve tank. I get the generator restarted, but it's not running well. This is not going to last long. Let's abort the dive and get him back to the surface.
Well, we're trying to keep good spirits about us, but we drove 2 hours to get here, and that's about the clarity of the water. Like it's pretty bad. Like, what would you say, like a foot of visibility?
It was time to head to another spot. Staying shallow to avoid the deeper silt, maybe we'd get clearer waters.
The metal detector did hit on something, and I'm able to dig this out a couple inches down.
What is it? It's a nail?
It's some kind of old rusty nail or of some sort, I think. But the fact that, I found it was cool because like the metal detector worked.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So out doing the metal detecting, just snorkeling out on the lake by the shore. So now I'm gonna go, there's a beach where there's a bunch of people swimming over there. So we're gonna try that out, see if it's any better. So, nothing valuable really. Like I said, it's like you get down there and you can only see like there. Lose track of where you're going. So, but I'm gonna scan up and down this beach, see if I can't find somebody's wedding ring or something. And if it's got a name, I'll always return it. But It does it. That's right. Wish me luck.
I used to think that metal detecting was like the dumbest thing on the planet, just only for super nerds. But then, once you get that beep going off, and your imagination starts to run as you dig for what could possibly be underneath the surface, what story is about to be told, what pain from somebody losing something, what could it be? Well, in this case, it was just more trash.
You guys want one of these? I just found this. Oh, okay. Perfect. There you go. You're welcome. Well, we finished treasure diving, and now like a long day. Started getting the boat ready at 7:30 a.m. He was going to bed at 7:30 a.m. Crazy international talking guy. And so we finished it. I went out and decided to treasure dive, just free dive, where the swim beach is at. And I found like 30 crazy old school like beer tabs from like the 50s and 60s. And I'm not sure if like what that was about, but I also found 2 old coins that were just basically like pennies, but really, really old. And you know, I got some good experience and decently shallow water over there, so that was good. But yeah, so ended the night well. We're gonna have a drink by the water side and then head on back to OKC.